Hey guys, welcome to another video on my channel. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Ion weapon. So for those of you that aren't familiar with this weapon, it is essentially a medium version of the Zeus weapon. So, both the Zeus and the Ion have the same reload time, 5 seconds, 600 meter range. And obviously it looks slightly different, and you have differences in damage as well. So a couple of stats that you guys might be interested in. A maxed out Ion Mark II level 12 does 15,200 damage per strike. If you compare that to a Zeus Mark II level 12, it is 19,800 for the Zeus. So I'm trying to see if I can get a couple of rounds in here on these players. This is Beacon Rush, and typically I actually don't like hanging around in range bots for this game mode, at least not too long. So, hopefully I don't have to stay in this for too long here. And yeah, so I was comparing the damage of the Ion versus the Zeus. So if you have a Fury Zeus with 3 Zeus Mark II level 12, it does 59,400 damage. See if we can get a shot in on this player here. And a Spectre with Ion setup does 60,800 damage. So this damage, or at least this setup, if you compare it to a Fury Zeus, it actually does more damage, but obviously you don't have as much health, but you do have stealth and speed, and you are more mobile around the map, so it actually makes this setup far deadlier than the Fury Zeus build. I'm just trying to see if I can get a couple of rounds in on these players so you guys can see the damage that this weapon can do. And I'm essentially going to try to see if I can wear them down a little bit here before I get out of this bot. There is a Fury back there with Dragoons. Now Dragoons have the same amount of range, or the same range as the Ion weapon. So let's go ahead and see if we can try to hit that Kumiho there. And maybe even this... Nope, I'm out of range. Gonna try to see if I can maybe flank them, perhaps. Oh, come on. Ah, there we go. That was close. So I think this player here is the one that's in the Fury Dragoon. Yep, he is. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump to my left side and see if I can maybe zap him while I'm in stealth. And this is what makes this build, so deadly. Gotta be careful here of that Balgazari, because the Balgazari can actually fire above these buildings here. Oh, he's hitting me pretty bad with a vortex. I might actually try to jump above. No, wait, I might be able to get him from behind. So a couple of shots in on this player. I'm keeping an eye on the time actually, because like I said, I don't want to hang around in this build for too long. It's just to show you the potential of this weapon, or at least this setup. And this Fury is exposed here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready to actually jump and fire, and maybe wear them out a little bit. Maybe I might even be able to get another round in if I can get around the corner here quick enough. Managed to pop a weapon off there, but I do have to get ready to get out of here. I'm keeping an eye on the time because still have 6 minutes or so, and I'm getting some pretty good shots in here on these players. Let's see if we can maybe take this guy out. There we go. And we have a couple of players here on this side, so I'm going to actually defend this with the Hellburner here, because there's a couple of them here. And if I can get close enough, this guy especially, he's got shock trains. And let's see if we can try to detonate here, and maybe even take this beacon. If I can take this beacon, that might be good. So let me just hide behind cover here. Yep, they've got another player here who's going to try to take me out. And I'm going to try to see if I can move back and forth so that I can detonate at least once, and then possibly again. So let me see how much health he has. So he has just a little bit above half. So if I manage to detonate one more time, that's going to get him down a little bit more. And let's see if we can try to detonate once again. There we go. So we managed to take this beacon here. So we've got this beacon. And I'm going to move across here if I can. I can't really use my ability anymore because I've only got 3,000 health left. So not a lot of health. And then I detonated there. Let's drop in with the Mercury. So let's see if we can try to maybe push. You know what? I'm going to try see if I can help my team push this side here, because at least that way we will have that beacon. And it actually looks like the other team is starting to mech out here. Trying to see. Let me just fire my Ember quick, because I want to make sure that it's fully loaded up when I engage, or at least when I jump over here. So we have okay, so this player is going to try to go for this beacon here. I'm going to actually jump over and make sure that I stop him. And he is within that circle, so I managed to use the Helldive ability to wear him down. And let's see if we can maybe stop this guy a little bit before I get behind cover here. We've got a couple of seconds before I can use this ability once again. I think I'm going to go ahead and jump here. Use the Helldive if I can. Trying to see where these other players are. Okay, so I think we should be good here. Yeah, that should be game. So I think this was a very good game to showcase the Ion weapon. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to run another game. Hopefully we can get a more open map, because I think, you know, on a more open map, that's where that build really excels. If I don't get it, then I don't get it, but I'm going to give it a shot anyways. So you can see here 1.3 million damage, and a lot of that was actually with that Spectre Ion. So very effective build, a very deadly weapon from 600 meters, and it outranges the Shocktrain as well. But anyways, let's get down to game number 2. Okay, so game number 2 we have dropped in on Dreadnought map, and this is actually the perfect map because it's very wide open, at least on the outskirts, so we can see how much damage you know, this build can do. I'm just trying to see if I can zap that player, manage to actually get that beacon. We need to actually make sure that we get this right beacon here. I'm not sure what these guys are doing. I'm going to move across here to see if I can perhaps attack these players from above here. Maybe even take this beacon. Yeah, so there's a couple of players there, but there's also one here, and I'm not sure what they're in. I'm trying to see if I can get a flank on these players from behind here. See if we can hit this player from above. There was a player that hit me to the left side. I don't know where they are. Let's see if we can hit this guy from above here. And this Inquisitor as well. I'm just going to jump so that I have some more height here and I can get that angle in on him. So you can see how much damage it does. Quite a lot of damage here. I'm very careful of those players there because I'm not sure what they're in. They're hiding back there. Ah, he's in a Zeus. Okay. I've seen I've seen what he's in. I wonder if I can reach him. Let's try see. Not quite. Ooh, yikes. This guy took a very big hit. Whoa, this guy's right here. Okay, I've got to get out. I've got to get out of here. Ooh, that was a very big hit. I'm going to lock on and I'm going to jump backwards. Make sure that I'm in stealth and then get out of here because this is not a good spot to be in. I'm probably going to end up sacrificing this. Oh man, I'm dangling. Oh, there we go. Got it. But I'm going to get taken out here. But anyways, you could kind of see, you know, how effective the Ion weapon is on a larger map that's more open, such as Dreadnought. So I think that was a pretty good showcase of the Ion weapon. You saw me get some pretty good hits on an Inquisitor and a Griffin, and I think a Rogatka as well. And right now I'm just gonna try to see if I can maybe play aggressive with this Hellburner. This game is pretty much over here. We have a Carnage. I'm gonna try see if I can maybe push this beacon here on the side and end it. Poof. I managed to take that player out. This one here, he has, I think, Shocktrains. So I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe get close to him. What I've actually found is the Hellburn is very good at taking down Shocktrain builds. So I'm trying to see where he is. You can see I blocked his Shocktrains, and I'm going to keep on detonating now, you know, while I'm here. If I get another detonation and he's within range, there we go. You can see overload, so I managed to take him out, and then one last final detonation before I go out. So very effective bot at taking down Shocktrain. So for those of you who are having a lot of trouble with, you know, Balgazari Shocktrains or even Spectre Shocktrains, you may want to consider the Hellburner. That thing has a lot of HP and a lot of health if you start to include, you know, the EQ shield and the Ansel shield. So I'm going to try see if I can get close. This game's over though. We have 4 beacons on them, and that should be it. So let's see how well we stacked up here with that Spectre Ion. So 740, not a lot, but this game didn't really last for very long. And you can see the other team obviously had a player that you know, either lost connection or they got dropped or something. But anyways, that's the final game. As always, if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.